everybody, and welcome back to Marvel Champions Experience. Remember, I would always appreciate it if you consider liking this video. If you truly like this content, please think about subscribing. And last but not least, drop a message down in the comments below. I want to know what you think about this because I'm hype. I really want to know what your opinions are on this one. So, yeah, please always like, subscribe, and drop a message in the comments. Guys, I don't want to lie to you. Don't want to lie. It has been a while since I played a game of Marvel Champions. It might not seem like it's you because I release content every week, but I have thankfully, I have videos in the bank because work has been actively trying to kill me, and I haven't wanted to do anything. Um, if you could only see my desk, it is just littered with Marvel Champion stuff because I have not even wanted to clean it up. So, but I know I'm a little late with this one. I'm a couple days late, like 2 days late, maybe 3 days late, but I had to get this out. Obviously, right? So we are looking at the Age of Apocalypse expansion pack. I think we all knew this was coming, right? If you picked up, what the heck was it called? I have it right here. Next Evolution, you know, excuse me. If you picked up Next Evolution, you saw at the back of the campaign that we kind of knew Apocalypse was coming. So this was just a wait and until they announced the type of thing. But I'm really looking forward to taking a look at this with you because I have not looked at anything of this. So you're going to get my actual reactions, nothing pre-prepped. So let's start. All right. So Age of Apocalypse, I really like the box art. I know this is kind of dumb, but it looks like we're getting Magik and Bishop, which is awesome. I'm a big Marvel Snap player. Magik is one of my favorite cards, so I'm really happy to have her. I see Beast in the back. So I'm curious what's going to happen there, and Apocalypse is there. Here we go. The end is near, the time of testing that I appointed. The weak shall be winnowed from the strong. Only those who prove worthy will survive the apocalypse. Quote from Apocalypse. The end of the world has come. After defeating the likes of Magneto, Mr. Sinister, Strife, the X-Men and X-Force have returned home expecting some well-deserved rest. Instead, what they found is worse than anything they could have imagined. Professor X is dead. The world is in ruins, and a ruthless tyrant rules over what remains of humanity with an iron fist. Brace yourself, heroes. The Age of Apocalypse has arrived. Fantasy Flight Games is thrilled to announce Age of Apocalypse, the 7th campaign expansion for Marvel Champions, the card game. As the conclusion of the Mutant Trilogy of expansions, so it looks like this is the last one, this campaign expansion sees the X-Men and X-Force team up to take down one of the most powerful mutants in history, Apocalypse! Exclamation point. Age of Apocalypse comes with 5 brand new scenarios, and just like all the other campaign expansions, you can play each of these scenarios individually or sequentially as part of a larger campaign. This box also kicks off a new wave of playable X-Men heroes for the game, beginning with Bishop and Magik. Yes. Both of whom, then what's up with Beast? Both of whom come with a fully pre-built and ready-to-play decks right out of the box. This foe is unlike anything our heroes have faced before, so you'll need to pull out all the stops to take him down. Do you have what it takes to survive the apocalypse? All right, so I see gold balls. I see gold balls. I'm going to butcher this name. Unis? Alright, and there's Magik and Bishop. There's Apocalypse and Malcolm. I'm not going to lie, if you've heard these videos before, I am not the biggest X-Men guy, and even way less with X-Force. So I don't know many of these people. You know, I know the big ones. I actually do know Gold Balls, because I did read the comics when he came out. Alright, let's dive more deep. An Age of Despair. The story of Age of Apocalypse picks up right where Next Evolution left off, at the grave of Charles Xavier, which kind of bums me out. I really wanted a Professor X hero, and it looks like we're not going to get him, and that kind of sucks. Our heroes barely have time to grieve when the first prelate of Apocalypse strikes, Unis, and his squad of infinites. So here is that character whose name I hope I'm saying correct, but I'm sure you're gonna, like many of you, have made fun of me for the way I pronounce things. So he has 12 health. I'm just looking at his card, not down here. He's got 12 health, right? One scheme to attack. He's got starts with a tough prelate title. If the amount of threat on Gene Pool is at least 3, he gains Retaliate 1, at least 6. He also gains Stalwart, at least 9. He also gains an extra boost icon. So off the back, what this is telling me is, that his threat can probably ramp up fairly quickly. If it's got at least 9 on it, I'm wondering if this is going to be something with like infinite threat. Infinite threat, and we don't actually beat it. We won't lose from threat, but these will just kill us. But we'll see. Unflinchingly loyal to his master, Unis. Yep, we already read that. Enters the fray with a legion of infinite soldiers. These look like minions. Yep. 1 scheme, 2 attack, 3 health. Infinite. It's got guard, right? Same thing. So it looks like Gene Pool is going to be the main scheme, most likely. 3, it gains quick strike. 6, it gains surge. And 9, it also gets 3 hit points. Okay. Let's see. Draw strength from the Gene Pool. I'm going to assume this is main scheme. Side scheme. Huh. But it's permanent and it's a setup. So basically the same thing. Oh, that kind of sucks. After an ally is defeated by anything other than consequential damage, place 3 threat here. Okay. So looks like no allies for the most part are going to be blocking for us, because that's going to be bad. So it's going to start at 4, which means that we have to remove threat off the back so he doesn't get retaliate and his minions don't get quick strike. So we're going to have to thwart it right off the back from the beginning of the game. And I have a feeling a lot of the cards are going to just put threat on this. Let's see. Yep, I said that. Which accumulates threat whenever the heroes are allies are defeated. The Gene Pool grants both him and Infinite's several new abilities, depending on how much threat is on it. And he can add more threat to it through the likes of his sidearm. So I was expecting this. So yeah, so this is an attachment, +1 attack. After he attacks and defeats an ally, place 1 threat on the Gene Pool. So that's actually 4, right? Because this is +1 plus the 3 that they would get. After you make a basic attack on him, spend... Oh my god, I hate these cards. Spend an energy and physical resource and discard this. So this is something that has to go away right away. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. The effect on the main scheme, hunting for gene traders. I didn't even think about this one. So it's got 11 threat on it. Force response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on Gene Pool. So not only do we need to be removing threat from here, because if this scheme is completed, we lose the game, but we need to be removing threat from both of them, because if he ramps up with Retaliate, Stalwart, and a boost icon, we're going to lose the game there. So that's rough. All right, he is a dire threat. Let's read this real quick. Evacuate survivors, side scheme. You know what? Let's just read on. He's a dire threat to the heroes on his own, but he's not the only prelate of Apocalypse at large. While playing the Age of Apocalypse campaign, the heroes must rely on their allies to handle special side missions around the globe. These missions takes forms of a special mission side scheme, which is this, such as evacuate survivors. So let's read it. After you resolve a mission attempt. What? A mission attempt? I don't know what that means. After you resolve a mission attempt, place 1 attempt counter here and deal 1 damage to each ally at this mission. If there are 4 attempt counters here, remove mission team from the game and flip this over. When defeated, shuffle each player and mission into its owner's deck, flip mission team and this card over. I read a lot and I don't know what I read. I need to read this again. After you resolve a mission attempt, I don't know what that means. Place at least 1 attempt counter here and deal 1 damage to each ally at the mission. Do you have to put allies here? If there are 4 attempt counters here, remove mission team from the game. Remove mission team from the game and flip this card over. Mission team? When defeated, shuffle each player card at the mission into its owner's deck, flip mission team and its cards over. So it looks like you're going to be putting allies here maybe, and then putting them back in your deck. I hope this like explains, which can only be thwarted by the allies that you send to take care of them. So okay, so you have to send allies here to do that. These allies form your mission team and won't be able to help you deal with the main villain while they're away. They also don't count towards your ally limit. Mission team is a support, no cost. Mission team cannot be discarded, and the first player gains control of it. Action: exhaust mission team, and then choose to reduce the cost of the next ally played by 2 or make a mission attempt. So there's a lot going on here. A lot. And I can't really process it all. I'm going to need to actually get my hands on it. But it seems like another thing that we get to do and play around with. Exhaust mission team. So this will be out. I'm trying to like play this out in my head. This will be out. You could just to reduce the cost of the next ally played to the mission by 2, make a mission attempt. I'm assuming that they go here and then they thwart and they removes there. Unclear. Side missions come with their own special rules and mechanics, as well as overseer minions, such as the bizarre Sugar Man. What the hell is that? No scheme, no attack, 5 health per player, victory 5. Cannot take damage while another minion is at the mission. Okay, so you can send minions there now too? Mission response. After you discard cards, heal 3 damage from Sugar Man for each physical resource discarded. There's a lot going on, and I actually don't know if I like it. So, just a lot of new rules and a lot of new things. I was cool with the player side schemes, but missions, I don't hate it. I'm just confused right now. For example, let's see. When you evacuate survivors, let's see the other side of it. It flips over. Force response. After you flip to this side, remove each card in the mission area from the game and do the following. If the mission was not defeated, deal each player a face down encounter card. If the mission was defeated, each player searches their deck and discard pile for 1 card and adds it to their hand. Okay. I mean, sure. I mean, you have to send cards there, then lose them. You send cards there, right? Remove each card from the mission area from the game. Oh, no, you remove it from the game. So you lose your allies that you send there? It also flips mission team to its other... let's see. For example, when you defeat evacuate survivors... Oh, this also says flip mission team to the side. Flip mission team to the other side. Mission team cannot be discarded and the first player gains control of it. Exhaust mission team, choose a player and draw a card. Alright, so you get a free draw. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst. We won't go into too much detail on the ins and outs of the side missions today. Just know that they do a great job making each of the campaign scenarios feel like global threats. I mean, yeah, it seems like you have to do a lot. Like, thematically, it sounds very, very cool. You know, and I kind of like that he only has 12 health because it's a lot to deal with. But if this has 10, I'm thinking in the terms of True Solo, it's got 5 threat on this off the back, right? This is going to be sending threat to the gene pool in addition to having to deal with his main scheme. That just seems like a lot to be doing. But, we got to get our hands on it. All right, pursued by the past environment. We'll get into that probably over here. Speaking of threats, there's a new standard encounter set in the expansion as well. Standard 3. Great. Let's just make everything impossible to beat. This set serves as a side grade to the original standard set by changing how nemesises enter play. Don't hate it. Instead of the Shadow of the Past treachery from the normal standard set, this set provides the permanent environment pursued by the past, which builds up pursuit counters. Great, let's read this. So, is this the same thing? I mean, it looks like it. Oh no, this is the regular, this is the flip. So, force response, permanent setup. So this automatically starts the game. After you place a pursuit counter here, if the number of counters here is at least 3 more than the number of players, remove each counter from here. Then if your nemesis minion is in play, it activates against you. Otherwise, flip this card over. Force response. After you flip to this side, find your nemesis minion and reveal it. Search the set aside area for your Nemesis side scheme and reveal it. Shuffle your remaining set aside Nemesis set into the encounter deck. So I just don't know how you get the counters here. After you place a pursuit counter here, if the number of counters is 3 or more, I play true solo. So that is 4, right? And then if there is no Nemesis, remove each counter. Otherwise, flip this. So this would just put the Nemesis into play. But let's see if we can figure out how you get them. Which builds up pursuits counters over time and eventually flips. Yeah, we saw that to summon a Nemesis. How does it build up pursuit counters, though? I don't think I'm seeing that. I'm not sure how that happens. It might be a card in the standard set, but I'm unclear. The rest of the standard 3 set has various ways of placing the pursuit counters. Yep. Cards like Dark Design. Place 1 pursuit counter on the past. Then if it has any counters on it, the villain schemes. Ooh. Then if it has any counters on it, the villain schemes. Oh, I guess, I'm like, how wouldn't that happen? I guess if the last one flips it, then it would lose all of them. Okay. Sinister Strike. When revealed, alter ego, place 1 pursuit counter. If it has any counters on it, this gains Surge. Well, that sucks. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursued. Then if it has any counters, the villain attacks you. This one's really rough. Evil Alliance. Each Nemesis minion in play activates against you. If no minions, place 3 pursuit counters. You know, hang on a second. Sorry, one more time. The standard 3 set is roughly the same difficulty level as the original standard set, so be sure to give it a try if you want to shake things up. You know, I'm reading these and like, oh my god, that's terrible. It's, you know, it's not the worst. I mean, because it's not the worst because I'm not seeing what's the card that we all hate. God, we all hate the card. It's Advance, right? It's not like I don't see Advance in here. So if Advance is not in the game, maybe that's not that bad. But this is like the sort of Advance if you're an alter ego. Oh no, sorry, no, it's Dark Designs, right? Yeah, this is sort of like the Advance. This is sort of like the Advance. All right, whatever. As if they say it's the same difficulty level, I try them. I trust them, so we'll try it out. After defeating him, the heroes will have to deal with the most notorious of agents, the 4 horsemen. Famine and pestilence and death. Oh, sorry, and war. This didn't look like a card for some reason. War, famine, pestilence, and death. So we got a multi-fight here. 4 villains at once. All right, so we have war, famine, pestilence, and death. So let's take a look at war up close. 1 scheme to attack, so it looks like it's going to have an A for standard, most likely B for expert. After war attacks you, if he has at least 1 hit point, discard and upgrade a support you control. He cannot be defeated while another villain has at least 1 hit point. Oh, so it looks like they're all going to be in play at the same time. I wonder, excuse me, if this is going to be sort of like the Wrecking Crew. So we looked at war, famine. After famine attacks you, if she's at least 1 hit point, discard the top 10 cards of your deck. Oh, good God. After famine, after she attacks you? Ugh. Like, not even damage? She has 9 health, so 1 big attack and she's dead, right? Pestilence. After Pestilence attacks you, if she has at least 1 hit point, treat your identity's text box as if it were a blank until the next villain phase. All right, so these are pretty rough, but I'm noticing I think they all have 9 health. Yeah, which isn't the worst. And death. So after death attacks you, if he has at least 1 hit point, deal 1 damage to each character you control. That's probably the best one out of them all. So, oh, also now I'm noticing it's after they attack you. So if you're an alter ego, you know, like I guess you're gonna want to be flipping a lot in this fight. But I told you I'm not the biggest X-Men fan, so I know that this is Angel. This looks like is Pestilence Jean Grey. I don't know who Famine is, and I don't know who War is. So If you know, just let me know. I mean, I could obviously look it up, but I like interacting with all you guys. Similar to previous multi-villain scenarios, only one member of the Horsemen will ever be active at one time, but in this scenario, none of the Horsemen will be defeated until you reduce all 4 of them to 0 hit points. None of them will be defeated. None of them will be defeated until you reduce all 4 of them to 0 hit points. I wonder how you do that, though, because if this famine cannot be defeated while another villain has at least 1 hit point. So you get them to 1, and then what happens? What happens? I don't understand. Soaring over the battlefield is the Golden Horse. Oh, this has got to be it. Oh, no. No, this is one of theirs. Attached to the villain with the fewest hit points without aerial. Villain gains aerial and is considered to have at least 1 hit point. 1+1+1. After you attack the attached villain, resolve its force response as if it just attacked you, and then discard this card. That sucks. Metal Wings. Attached to Death and move the active counter to him. Gains Retaliate +1. Is considered at least having 1 hit point remaining. It's considered to have this. Okay. After you attack Death, resolve his force response. Got it. +1/+1. Looks like they all get one of these, right? Oh no. Resolve the force response on the active villain as if it has at least 1 hit point remaining and attacks you. Move the active counter to the next villain. All right. I just want to see something again. Let's see. If she has at least 1 hit point. Does this... Right. This happens all the time, right? Or is it only when they have 1? If she has at least 1 hit point. Okay, so what do you guys think? Does she always, like, do they all do this no matter what? Like, if they start with, if Famine has 9 health, does this trigger? Or does this trigger when they go down? I don't understand. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, so you can take Famine down. I think I see how this works. Okay. You take them down to 0 health, and they stay in the game, and they will still get their active counters. And if this villain, if each of them have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, this will trigger. But once they get to 0, this no longer triggers, but they remain in the game until they all have 0. Got it. Okay, that's kind of fun. And here he is, Apocalypse. 1 scheme to attack. Let's read this first. Of course, even the 4 horsemen pale in comparison to Apocalypse himself. This tyrant is nigh invincible, and he only grows in power the longer the fight goes on, beginning with his first stage. 1 scheme to attack. Toughness. When the main scheme is complete, remove all threat from it, ignoring any crisis icons. Flip this card to reveal Apocalypse 2 when the main scheme is complete. Okay. So it looks like we don't lose from threat out in the first one. He's got 8 health, but that's probably, doesn't mean anything. Stage 2, 9 health, steady and toughness. So he's getting difficult. When the main scheme, is complete, remove. Go to stage 3. The stage 4 of him. Steady toughness. When the main, he's got 2, 3 now. 10 health. Main scheme is complete. Go to stage 4 and stage 4. 11 health. Stalwart. No more confused. No more stun. Toughness. Apocalypse gains overkill. When the main scheme is complete, we lose the game. All right. So if we take all his health away on stage here, do we win? I don't know. Let's see. Here's the Age of Apocalypse main scheme. And it says, so it's X per player, right? X is the numeral in Apocalypse's printed hit point value. So that's the stage of it, right? When Apocalypse would be defeated, discard each attachment from him, heal all damage from him, and remove X is the X is the numeral in the printed. Oh, I understand. Sorry, my brain died for a second. X is the numeral printed in his hit point value. So this threats out at 9 on stage 1. Understood. Oh, 8 on stage 1. Understood. When he would be defeated, discard each attachment from him, heal all of his damage, right? Remove X threat from this scheme. So when you defeat him, so you don't really, I guess you don't really need to thwart this. You hit Apocalypse and his health goes, I mean, this will remove the threat from it. And if this scheme's out, he gets stronger. But how do we kill him then? This side scheme also prevents him from being defeated. How could the heroes hope to win? Yeah, thank you. Please. How could we hope to win against such impossible odds? Tell me. Thankfully, there is a way. Oh, I would hope so. In order to defeat Apocalypse, the heroes must first make their way to the heart of the Empire. Oh, this is a side scheme. Let's see. It looks like we gotta find this then. Threat cannot be removed from this scene while a prelate minion is in play. When defeated, the first player reveals a random set-aside prelate minion. Deal each other player an encounter card. Flip this card over. I guess this starts with the fight. In order to reach the towering citadel, threat cannot be removed from here while a minion is in play. The first player, when defeated, the first player reveals a random set-aside minion. Oh, sorry about that. I don't care. Remind me tomorrow. Deal each player an encounter card. Reveal Tyrant's Throne. So we're just going. We keep, although it only has 3 threat on it. And we've reached the Tyrant's Throne. Threat can't be removed. Right. First player reveals a random set aside encounter card. Damn, this has got 3 acceleration tokens on it. So you got to get this done quick. All right. And then looks like, so we got to get through 4 side schemes. Then we're here. Oh, no. Looks like only 3 side schemes. So we get through the first 3. Then this slips over. And we attach to Apocalypse and heal 5 hit points per player from him. He cannot take damage while a prelate minion is in play. Ignore the force interrupt in the main scheme. When Apocalypse is defeated, we win the game. This seems like a very cool fight. This seems like the Magneto fight, right? You just got to run through the side schemes. But I had a lot of fun with that. This looks really cool. We'll reveal more information about the 4th and 5th scenarios at a later date. So that's crazy. I only went through 3 fights, right? We got 1, we got 2, and we got 3. Guys, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? This is called Age of Apocalypse. And it looks like Apocalypse is not the main villain. Who do we think it is? Oh, you know what? I did see a picture on Reddit. So here's a spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this, please stop now. And I'm going to say it. So I did know why Beast is here. We fight Dark Beast. That is a villain in this. Dark Beast. I don't know who Dark Beast is, but apparently he's Dark Beast. So Dark Beast is going to be a villain in this. But that, because someone on Reddit posted the back, they posted the back of this box, which showed the villains, and the villains showed, Unis. It showed Pestilence, and it showed Famine, and then it showed Dark Beast and Apocalypse. So we don't actually know who the last person is. I'm hoping it's Onslaught, right? Because they keep making a big deal that Professor X is dead. So wouldn't it be awesome if it was Onslaught? Please, God, let it be Onslaught. Please, because that would be awesome. Okay, now let's dive into our heroes. The hero of Hope. The might of Apocalypse is staggering, and the threat he poses is unlike anything our heroes have faced before. Thankfully, this adds 2 new X-Men to the roster, each of them packing some serious power. All right, so we have Bishop, who's got a 4 recovery, 12 health, and a 6 hand size. Let's see, temporary displaced. After you change to this form, add a temporal card in your discard pile to your hand. Okay, so, excuse me, it looks like he might want to be flipping to keep putting cards into his hand. He's got a 2 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense. Very weak here. I hope something helps him out with that. Energy absorption. Let's see. Oh, he's got a 5 hand side. So very standard right here, right? Although the 12 health is a little above average, so that's pretty good. After Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack, discard an equal number of cards from the top of your deck. Add each resource card discard this way to your hand. I'm not a fan of discarding cards from my deck. I don't like this off the back. That's just a me thing. I know I don't like running through my deck. That's just me. It's my play style. Let's see. So first off, Bishop is a time-traveling soldier with the ability to absorb and rechannel energy. Oh, that makes sense. This is represented in his hero ability, energy absorption, which allows him to discard cards from the top of your deck after being attacked and add any discarded resources to your hand. If you're lucky, you could wind up with a bunch of stored energy in your hand after taking a big hit from a villain. Stored energy, double resource, and temporal. Okay. All right. Double resource. Naturally, Bishop comes with several cards in his kit to make use out of all those resources. His signature allies, Malcolm, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. He's temporal, so we could grab him back as well. Discard a resource card from your hand and ready Malcolm. If that card has a fist icon, heal 1 damage from Malcolm, limit once per phase. So he's got a lot of attack, and theoretically, he could like be in the game forever, which is great. And Randall, this looks like Bishop's son. Again, I don't know X-Men that much. I'm sorry. 3 cost. Oh, how much was Malcolm? 3. Randall 3. But we have the those double resources. 2 thwart, 1 attack, 3 health. I wonder if this is the. Oh, never mind. Discard a resource card from your hand. Ready Randall. If that card is printed energy, heal 1 damage. So I was going to say this is the opposite. While Malcolm had 2 attack, this has 2 thwart. So it looks like if we can get them in there, Bishop's allies can help us just by staying in the game forever and helping us out. Bishop's rifle, 2 cost upgrade. Attack, exhaust Bishop's rifle, and choose an enemy. Deal 1 damage to that enemy for each resource card in your hand. This attack gains ranged. So that's good, right? He takes a lot of damage, holding resources, dealing big damage. Oh, but it's each resource card in your hand. So I was thinking icon. So looks like maybe you're going with like an average of 2 damage there for that card. Uniform, I'm going to say this is defense. Upgrade, after you resolve Bishop's energy absorption ability, exhaust Bishop's uniform, heal 1 damage from Bishop for each resource card in your hand. This is good. Okay, so now I see how everything is balancing out. And I like that. Okay. Both scale the number of resource cards in your hand. Discard extra resource cards to build on Supercharged. It's a 0 cost upgrade. I already like that. Discard a resource card from your hand. Place 1 charge counter here for each resource icon on that card. So you get those energy absorptions, you drop them here. When you make a basic attack, discard Supercharged. You get discard Supercharged. Oh, you discard this whole card. You get +2 attack for this attack for each. Okay. Up to a maximum of 8 attack. So Bishop could do a basic attack of 10. I'm already like theory crafting in my head. That's wild. Or use them to play for Concussive Blast, 3 cost event. Deal 6 damage to an enemy if you pay for this event with a resource ready Bishop. Yeah, it's nasty. 6 damage and a ready. That's good. That's good stuff. All right. Then, let's see. What do we got? Looks like he comes with a leadership deck. We have X-23. Yeah, let's just read about it. As a battle-tested field commander, Bishop is a natural fit for leadership, which is what his pre-deck built uses. As we said before, Age of Apocalypse is all about X-Men and X-Force coming together to take on Apocalypse, and Bishop's pre-built deck reflects that. Strong X-Force allies like Cable, 4 cost ally, 2 thwart, 3 attack, but 2 consequential damage, right? 3 health. After Cable thwarts and defeats a side scheme, draw a card. So it's just like his hero ability. I really like that. So it looks like you can maybe deal 6 damage to him or just use him for thwart. 2 thwart is really nice. X-23. 3 cost ally, 1 thwart, 3 attack, 3 health. After X-23 attacks and defeats an enemy, ready her. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. Command similar abilities to their hero versions. Yep, right. While new additions like Legion, he's a basic, right? 3 cost, 3 health, 1 thwart, 1 attack, and after Legion uses a basic power, discard the top card of your deck. If that card's printed resource has energy, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Mental, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Physical, heal 2 damage from Legion. That's really cool. It's like just a way better version of Hulk, right? Because Hulk can hurt you. This can't. I really like this card. And it's psionic, which, could go with a bishop. Not bishop, which can go with a cable deck. So I like that card a lot. And Marrow, another basic, 2 cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 health. Have to have X-Fort or X-Men. After she enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Yeah, that's not bad, right? That's 6 damage total, right? 2, she can attack twice, the 2 damage, solid. After you built your team, use the advanced suit. 0 cost upgrade, leadership card, attach your X-Force or X-Men, max 1 per ally. Oh, it's an ally. I don't like the ally cards. After attached ally defeats a minion or a side scheme, discard 1 card from your hand, heal 1 damage from that ally for each resource on that card. That's fine. To keep them on the board longer, if your hero has an identity-specific ally that you really want to keep around, make sure to make them your sidekick. 1 cost upgrade, attached to an identity-specific ally. Max 1 per deck. This better be good. Attached ally gets +2 health and is your sidekick. After you make a basic recovery, heal 2 damage from the attached ally. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah, you could really keep an ally in forever with this. This has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. That's why it's max 1 per deck. So you can fight side by side with them. 2 cost event, side by side. Hero action, ready your sidekick. Ready your hero and choose 1. Heal 1 damage from both your characters. Both characters gets +1/+1 to the end of the phase. Guys, I'm thinking Star-Lord here. Does he have a... Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think he has an ally. Never mind. But this seems really good. Yeah, I really like this card. They're really making leadership really appealing for me, and I'm not the biggest leadership player. Yeah, but Bishop looks fun. Let's go on. Oh, I can't wait for this one. I'm really excited about this one. I don't know what's going to happen. So let's see. Ilyana Rasputin, 3 recovery, 10 health, 6 hand size, average, right? This is pure 6 and 10 is average. When you change to hero form, choose a spell in your discard pile and put it on the top of your deck. Okay, I'm thinking Domino already, and I love, love, love Domino. So she's going to want to be flipping a lot to put her spells in her top of her deck. 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense, 5 hand size, 10 health. Play with the top card of your deck face up. Interesting. Play with the top card of your deck face up. Once per phase, you may play the top card of your deck as if it were in your hand, reducing its resource card by 1. I am insta-putting Cosmo on her deck. Am I right? Right? Like, I know they nerfed Cosmo, but this brings him back instantly. The card that's in your deck. It's always going to be face up. Cosmo can stay in the game forever. The best boy is coming back. Instant for this deck. All right, joining the fight with Bishop is Ilyana Rasputin, better known as Magic. As a mutant and a mystic, Magic has access to a wide variety of powers, and her ability allows you to treat the top card of your deck as if it were part of your hand, which is insane. You also get a discount when playing a card from the top of your deck, so if you strategically use the power of Limbo, you can pull off some impressive feats for cheap. Limbo is a 1-cost support. After the villain phase begins, exhaust Limbo, swap a card in your hand with the top card of your deck. Action. Exhaust Limbo. Swap a card in your hand. What? Wait. Response. Oh, I see. So after the villain phase begins, you can swap them if you want, or on your turn, you can do it also if you want. Got it. All right. That is very cool. Most of the rest of Magic kits interact with the top card of your deck as well. Her crown, 2-cost upgrade. She gains steady. While the top card of your deck has a mental or wild resource on it, she gets +1 thwart. Nice. I'm sure it's going to be something for all the others. Armor, it's going to give her plus defense, right? She gains Retaliate. While top card of your deck is energy or wild, she gets plus 1 defense, and then this is going to be the attack version, right? Yep. So basically, Magic is in theory a 2/3/3 character, which is probably one of the strongest lines we've ever had, I think. All grant stat boosts depending on what resources are visible on the top card of your deck. With that in mind, you can use Magic's signature Stepping Discs. 1 cost event. Ready your hero. Choose a Magic card in your discard pile, not named Stepping Disc, and put it on top of your deck. Cool. So basically, just putting cards back from the discard pile to warp a card from your discard pile back to the top of your deck in order to buff. Give yourself the buff you need. Not enough control for you. Do some scrying. 0 cost event. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Draw 1, discard 1, and put 1 back on the top of your deck. Yeah, you can control the hell out of your deck with her to stack the deck and net yourself a card in hand. And if you're worried about Magic taking damage while you're still setting up, call on her brother Colossus to take an incoming hit. 3 cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health with a tough, right? When an enemy attacks you, play Colossus from your hand. Let me read this again, sorry. When an enemy attacks you, play Colossus from your hand, paying his resource cost, and declare him the defender without exhausting him. That's cool. So you can just play him from your hand. Oh. So he can even be on the top of the deck, and you can play him. That's cool, because it counts as if it was in your hand. Here he is, the hero of the hour, Gold Balls. Sorry. With her impressive versatility, it's no surprise Magic is a fierce fighter. This is reflective in her pre-built aggression deck, which doubles down on that versatility while also allowing her to dish out some serious damage. Call on Gold Balls. 3 cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 3 health. Interrupt when I can't call them Gold Balls. When Gold Balls attacks, discard up to 3 cards. I need to read this again because I was not paying attention. Okay. When Gold Balls attacks, discard up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, and he gets plus X attack for this attack, where X is the number of cards discarded this way. So he could be a 4 attack card, which is great. Oh my god, I didn't even realize what I was saying. That's insane. Do I want to make a Domino aggression deck with Gold Balls? Oh, that could be nasty. To deal the exact amount of damage you need, and use Tempest. 2 cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 health, only X-Men trait. When the villain would scheme, discard Tempest, cancel that activation. Deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Hate it. With a passion. Hate it. Hate taking counter cards. I would never play this card. Only in like a last ditch situation to not lose. But I don't like taking a counter. It's like you're putting yourself in trouble. It's just not my playstyle. Let's see. Whenever Magic takes down an enemy herself, you can tap into Blood Rage to net yourself a card. 1 cost upgrade, 1 per player. After you defeat an enemy with a basic attack, exhaust Blood Rage and take 1 damage. Draw 1 card. I don't think this is good for Magic, but I can see like X-23 or Wolverine really making use of that card. Let's see. Then you use attack events like full body charge. 4 cost event, you better be good. Deal 8 damage to an enemy. Yep. If your hero's remaining hit points are less than half your hero's starting hit points, it gains overkill. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not bad. Very expensive, but very strong. Let's see. Where are we? Build up counters for test the defense. 1 cost upgrade, max 1 per player. After you play an attack event, place 1 test counter here. And if there are 5, discard this to deal 5 damage to an enemy. I also don't like this card. I mean, it's fine. It's like a passive, right? Like you throw it down, you don't worry about it, and it eventually deals 5 damage. But I don't know. I personally would rather put something else on my deck. Allowing you to take down tougher foes with a 1-2 punch. There's probably something I'm missing, but I'm just thinking as how I normally play. Benefiting her status as Magic. Magic's deck also features the Blood Gem. 0 cost upgrade. Play only if you have the Mystic, max 1 per deck. Exhaust the Blood Gem and take 2 damage, generate a wild resource. Not the worst. Not the worst. You know, I'm a big fan of Venom. He's my favorite hero. He can do this as well, but it's only 1 damage. 2 damage is rough. So you got to have somebody who heals. And use the multi-use basic spell. Basic spell. Play only if your identity has the Mystic. Choose 1. Heal 3 damage from identity. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Deal 3 damage to enemy. All right. Yeah, this is really good. This is really, really good, actually. Yeah, this is a fantastic card. This is so versatile. Hey, look, they said even more sources of versatility. It seems that this hero can do a little bit of everything. Heroes on the horizon. As with every Marvel Champions campaign, Age of Apocalypse heralds the beginning of a new wave of hero packs. Like the previous waves, there will be 4 hero packs this time around, each of them featuring a member of the X-Men, and reveal each of them in time, but here's a sneak peek of who's to come. All right, I would be lying to you if I'd said that this is the first time I saw this picture. I'm on Reddit every day, so I did see that this was posted, and, you know, I did have some time to think about who this could be. And I will tell you, who I think, and what the majority of the community thinks. They think that this person here is basically guaranteed to be Nightcrawler, which I can't disagree with. The hair, the little pointy ears, solid. I'm fairly certain this is Jubilee, right? We have the pointed coat here. We have the sleeves that are bunched up, kind of a thin arm. This is a glove. And she would be holding a phone. This looks like some sort of ear thing like that she would be wearing. The only thing that throws me off is the hair. It looks a bit like twists, but I can see how it could be Jubilee. So almost positive this is Jubilee. Almost positive this is Nightcrawler. Almost positive this is Jubilee. These last two are a little more difficult to figure out who. I think this is Iceman. I think it's Bobby Drake. The hair, right? I think he's got some glasses on, right? Sitting down in some sort of a chair because there's his other leg. But we don't have much going on here. I think it's Iceman. This one, nobody has any idea. No one has any idea who this is. My best hope is this is Magneto. All right, we have a coat here. You can see that this is a jacket, right? My buddy thinks it could be Havoc as well. Wish I could see. So, who are your thoughts? I really want to know who you think this is. This is going to be fun waiting to find out. Can you save the world from Apocalypse? Witness the epic conclusion to the Mutant Trilogy of expansions when Age of Apocalypse arrives in March 2024. March. Let's see where we are. We are in November, so we have a full month of November to go. So November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. So we get the 5 months from today. We're going to get Deadpool and X-23 this month. I think it's at the end of this month. So that leaves us with 4 months waiting, right? I don't think we will get a scenario pack. Last year we got Mojo Mania. It'll be really nice if they snuck in a scenario pack between now and March, but I don't think they will. Hopefully, maybe so we can get Professor X. Maybe there will be a scenario pack after this one with Professor X. Because guys, how can you not have a mutant like expansion without Professor X? I really want him, but that's just me. So sorry this video took so long. There was a lot of stuff to go into, but let me know what you think. Are you excited? What are you looking forward to? Who are you most hyped for? Who do you think these are? And if I'm giving you my gut reaction to this, I think it looks cool. I'm not as excited as I was for Next Evolution. I really was hyped for Cable. I really was hyped for Domino. I'm really looking forward to Magic. Bishop seems cool, but they're not getting me the way that the other heroes did. I really love the other heroes the second that I read about them, and I think these are solid. I think they're going to be really good, and I'm looking forward to being wrong and them being awesome. But just gut reaction, gut feeling, I don't think they seem overpowered. I think they seem powered just fine and good. But I'm hoping to be proven wrong. I'm hoping to do some deck crafting with them and just making some awesome decks. So let me know what you think. Take care, everybody. Peace.